Up next, the Nuggets taking on the Mavericks. For Denver, the goal is to get better each and every time they take the floor. It's an NBA afternoon game here on the DA. Take it.
Kevin, thanks very much. Nicole.
Sure is. Thanks, DA. Now, a look at Dallas' starting lineup. Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. And for the Nuggets, they've got Michael Porter. Gordon out there with Jokic. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Murray in at the point.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. And that one drops. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. Outside Hardaway. Outside Porzingis. Kleber finds Doncic. 5 on the clock. Over Murray. They get it back.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Here's Murray. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Porter kicks to Murray. Fires the 3. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. The Mavericks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. The 3 for Doncic. Tries again. No good on the shot.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Here's McGee, and the slam dunk by McGee.
Boy, don't you love to see Aaron Gordon make these kinds of decisions. This guy is fully capable of recognizing open teammates.
This is it to Porzingis. Now, here's Doncic. Outside, Porzingis from past the arc. Kleber, the pass to Finney-Smith. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Here's Kleber. Porzingis on the follow.
Well, there's reach, there's size, there's wingspan, and there's a knack for understanding where it's coming off. This is a very difficult thing to keep Porzingis off the window.
Outside, Gordon. Murray outside. Pass to Jokic. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. Morris is checked in for the Nuggets. Richardson, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Jalen Brunson comes in for Luka Doncic. That'll be a 5-second call. So both teams making some changes here. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Richardson outside. Redick dishes to Powell. Over Bull. Fader on the way. And no problem from Powell as he finishes at the rim.
Well, Powell's low post game, throwing by leaps and bounds, does a great job getting around the defense.
Barton finds Morris. Here's Bull. The pass to Millsap. The shot will not fall.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
And it's blocked.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And here comes the break. And Barton throws it down.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Brunson scanning the floor. Here's Melly. Misses the three. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Floats it up for Millsap. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barton.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Here's Richardson. No points in the game yet for him. Back to Brunson. Three-pointer. Offensive rebound.
You have to love the intensity that Powell plays with on the glass, using that long body to track down those offensive boards.
It's all tied in Denver. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Mavericks, they've got Cauley Stein. J.J. Redick is out there with Richardson. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Hardaway in at the three spot. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
Man, I love that list. You're right on it. Barton drives in. Out to Morris, and stolen by Richardson. Cauley Stein with it. Guarded now by Morris.
Is such a sound offensive player. Redick's shot selection is impressive, and he knows how to get himself going.
Morris looking over the floor. Pass to Millsap. From deep. Cauley Stein grabs the board. The Mavericks leading. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Morris with the ball, and Barton throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Richardson kicks to Marjanovic. Cauley Stein finds Hardaway. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Barton. To the middle. And it's Millsap. That time on the assist by Barton. Millsap's got the game tied up here for the Nuggets. And here's Richardson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Back to Cauley Stein. Richardson outside. Out to Hardaway.
You just have to love that grit and effort on the glass. No problems battling for the basketball.
Floats it up for Millsap.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Now here's Richardson. Marjanovic passes to Cauley Stein. Hardaway with it. Pass to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Well, Tim Hardaway Jr., a better playmaker than maybe people think. This guy's very good at breaking the defense down.
1:14 left to play in the first half. Morris inside. Richardson cover. Barton kicks the ball. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Doncic with it. Rebounded by McGee.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Kleba, the pass to Finney-Smith. Dallas moving the ball around. Doncic outside. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Nuggets have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Murray, good.
And the quick feet of Murray, really doing an extraordinary job getting out in transition.
Now, Doncic. From deep three-point range, again the miss by the Mavericks. That shot off. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly.
Kevin, thank you. Aaron, you all have played at a high level so far. What has worked for you?
We're just sticking to the game plan. You know, our coaches really drew up something good for us. You know, they wrote it out, and we're sticking to it, and we're executing very well.
Yeah, that's obvious the way you all have played. Thanks.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground and the score tied. They were a determined team in the second quarter, and you saw it come. Thanks for joining.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. One guy who's been getting it done is Paul Millsap.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, he knows they're coming for him, but he's accustomed to that kind of attention, and he's quite comfortable dealing with it.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Michael Porter's out there with Murray. And it's Nikola Jokic. And there's Gordon. And it's McGee in at the 5 spot. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it. Already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
The three for Doncic. No good on that one. Now Denver takes it the other way. Here's Jokic. And it's Melli with the rebound.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
And Doncic gets it to go.
It doesn't seem to matter where Luka Doncic is on the floor. His shooting ability is impressive.
Here's Murray. And here's Porter. Here's Jokic. Bucket is good. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Doncic against Murray.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Floats it up for Jokic. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. For 3. Another 3 for Dallas. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
And it's Gordon missing. Dallas has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Porter dishes to Murray. Here's Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Jokic has got 6.
And you better hammer Jokic to get him off on his shot. The Serbian is a solid 7-footer and laser focused.
And there's the pass to Richardson. Dallas moving it around. And the dunk by Porzingis.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Wide open look here for Murray. Hits it from 3-point range. Murray's got his second basket.
And if you don't get out on Murray, he will light you up from beyond. He's lethal.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 8. Outside, Porzingis. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Porzingis has got the lead. Back up to 2 now for Dallas. Murray with it. He has 5. Oh, Porter in position. The shot missing.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
A different look for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Hardaway comes in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Marjanovic. And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And the Mavericks with some changes. Maxi Kleber comes in for Nicolo Melli. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Luka Doncic. Morris inside. Brunson covering. And again, Denver no good. The Mavericks have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That is his first foul of the game. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the third. Hardaway against Barton. Out to Morris. Lets the 3 fly. The Nuggets with another miss. Always Stein in the post. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Mavericks lead by 2. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Maxi Kleber is out there with Powell. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 slot. Here's Rivers. Green. No good that time. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Fast break, Dallas. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Over Morris. Hardaway passes to Powell. That one, no good. Great D that time from Green. The Nuggets trail. Here's Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
Yeah, but that's been elusive. They've missed a few plays along the way that they'd love to have back.
Here's Brunson, and he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
Morris passes to Jokic. Crafty move. Shooting foul. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. And with their offense sputtering, coaches got to get them back on track.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He said, guys, we don't want to play hero ball. We don't want to take threes that aren't there. There are better options when you run the offense all the way through. Kevin, we'll see if they can make that adjustment.
All right, thank you, David. Porzingis is checked in for Marjanovic. And it's Monte Morris with the foul. That's his first foul. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. And that one's good. Doncic.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Pass to Jokic. Lets it go with the three. And no good that time. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Here's Richardson. And the layup's good off the glass. Now it's a 5-point Dallas lead.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
Dallas making a switch here. Finney Smith's checked in. Here's Jokic, and stolen by Cauley Stein. An even 3-on-3 break. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's foul number 2 for him. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Doncic passes to Cauley Stein. Poked away, stolen by McGee. Doncic with the steal. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
You know, there's an unselfishness to Luka Doncic, and a pretty pass right there.
The Nuggets trail by 7. Murray outside. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Jokic. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Now Doncic passes to Finney Smith. And stolen by Gordon. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Aaron Gordon in a big moment, unafraid to deliver. How pretty is that?
Doncic feeling it out. Here's Finney Smith, defended by Gordon. But it passes to Cauley Stein. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
You just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
Here's Murray. 1:06 left in the fourth quarter. And it's Finney Smith with the rebound.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way, because hoisting from 3 is not the answer. Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Outside for Murray. Six to shoot. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the final quarter. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Doncic outside. Just 5 to shoot. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
So a close game sees Dallas taking this one. They break the hearts of every... Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The Staples Center downtown. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Jamal Murray is out there with Will Barton. And there's JaVale McGee. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Jokic in at the power forward. And for the Clippers, we've got Ibaka. Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Batum. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. Now here's Batum. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Leonard against Murray. Outside, Porter. Jokic on top. Stolen by George. Leonard kicks to George. Jokic grabs the miss.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it. And for Jokic, a slow start to last season, came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape, and boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
And stolen by Murray, and pushing it up. Here's Denver. Murray with the ball, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Murray locked in on the task at hand, not allowing the defense to bother his shot at all.
Outside, George. He kicks to Ibaka. The shot's good on the assist by George. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body, and I think we will see that in time.
Now, here's Porter. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Count that one.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
Everly with the ball. Pass to George. From about 16, Ibaka, no luck.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Jokic passes to McGee. A shot off that time. Some solid defense from Ibaka. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Yeah, you know, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick.
Now here's Murray. To the inside. Batum with the steal. Here's the break. Ibaka wide open. He fires. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Murray dishes to Barton. A minute 50 left in the first quarter. Here's Jokic. And another miss by Denver. The Clippers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. That one goes in. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you got to like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are the guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Morris passes to Gordon. Here's Bull. Zubac's defending. Passes it to Dozier. Shot clock at 6. On pass to Gordon.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a pass to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch.
And he chose the conservative finish with the nice, easy layup, which was a good decision.
And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. 30 seconds left to play here in the first. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Morris with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. Jackson passes to Cousins. And it's blocked by Gordon.
At the defensive end, Gordon is very accomplished. I mean, he gets off the ground quickly and is an excellent shot blocker as a result.
Don't you love the chemistry? Those guys work so well together in the open floor.
Floats it up for Cousins. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Nuggets lead by 4. We'll be back shortly. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
Watch him. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
You know, points off turnovers can be a very telling stat. And we've seen a few of those from them already.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. We've got Monte Morris. Austin Rivers is out there with Jermichael Green. Then there's Paul Millsap. DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson comes in for Patrick Beverly. Kennard kicks to Zubac. Back to Kennard. Shot clock at 5. The Clippers need to get off a shot. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. Jokic, he's checked in for the Nuggets. The Nuggets leading by 4. And here is Morris. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Trying to find Jokic, gets it to him. Over Morris. Jokic with the bucket.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Zubac kicks to Jackson. On the wing, Morris. 6 to shoot. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Now, here is Morris. The pass to Jokic. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. Leonard, he's checked in for Morris. And it's George in for Jackson. Dozier passes to Bull. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
And Ibaka kicks to Kennard. Count that one. And Denver has possession. 6-point lead. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Back to Morris. Clock at 6. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shot for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
Leonard looking around to the paint. And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Batum.
Far from just a perimeter shooter, I like seeing Batum go to work in the painted area.
Morris against Kennard. Pass to Jokic. Shoots over Batum. The shot, no good. The Clippers go the other way with it. Outside, George. Ibaka with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. George with the bucket.
Boy, the confidence that George brings to his game is also confidence that impacts and injects his teammates. He's a high-octane scorer who's ready to go as soon as the game starts and whenever he gets the ball.
Morris passes to Jokic. Over Batum. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. Clippers trail by 4. Kennard kicks to George. Ibaka, the pass to Batum. Leonard with no one around. Off target from three-point range. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Denver. Kicks it out to Gordon. Pass to Dozier. The Nuggets moving the ball around. That's tipped.
A capable defensive player. That wingspan of Batum's really an asset in blocking shots.
And all right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. And fellas, Jamal Murray is an out-and-out scorer. Running off screens or off the bounce, he's all. And that does it for our.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
It's a solid blueprint. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Ibaka in at the 5 down low. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue.
Boy, Jokic always in sync with his teammates, which is part of why he's able to put together these highlight reel sequences.
A shot by George, wide open. Offline with his 3. The Nuggets leading by 4.
And if you're drawing up your starting 5 for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
And the call up against Jokic. That's his first foul. Outside Leonard. Passes it to George. Back to Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. Outside, George. Launches it.
I'd like to see Barton be more consistent on this end. He has the height and length needed to challenge shots.
Here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid-30% for his career from three-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty is pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with a hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
Outside, Porter. Jokic inside, defended by Batum, and it's blocked by Ibaka.
And, well, he's been the NBA's leader in blocks multiple times. Ibaka just has that rare instinct for it.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And then for Denver, Millsap comes in for Jokic, and it's Rivers in for Barton. Murray for three. The offensive rebound. And McGee kicks to Rivers. Now Murray. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
And, you know, even though he's undersized, Millsap doesn't back down. He's good at outworking everybody on the glass.
1:53 left in the third. Kennard's shot is off.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass. And this kind of athleticism at the center position, pretty remarkable. I mean, McGee letting it all hang out there.
Stolen by McGee. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. And there's the whistle. Called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot two at the line. Denver shooting their first free throws of the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Hey, you know, guys, McGee has won back-to-back titles with the Warriors. You know, that's not too bad for a journeyman.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Murray. Fires for three. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. One-on-one here. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. 51 seconds left to play in the third. Clock at 6.
And guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid, he's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They've brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take him to another level for sure.
Morris outside. The Nuggets with another miss. Clippers trail by 12. Here's Leonard. Chalk up two there.
Not afraid to get physical there. Leonard makes the shot in spite of the contact.
Morris with the ball. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And the pass to Millsap. Back to Porter. Shoots over Leonard. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Denver Nuggets with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. What a defensive effort they put on Kawhi Leonard. It's rare to see him have the kind of trouble he's had tonight. We come back right after this. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. The Clippers shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So on the floor for Denver, Aaron Gordon out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Monte Morris. Then there's Bull. And it's Dozier in the platoon.
Well, I tell you what, Beverly's really improved as a three-point shooter, as dependable as they come now, shooting from behind the arc.
And here is Morris. Shot clock at 6. Here's Dozier. It's hauled in by the Clippers. And the Nuggets making a change here. Jokic is checked in. Clippers trail by 7. Now here is George. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Morris. The trade. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Puts it up. And that's good off the glass that time. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
You know, the length of Jokic helps on these contested shots because he knows he can score on just about anybody in the league.
And Beverly kicks to George. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Gordon.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
In the corner, Bull with it. Morris outside, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. A different look for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac, and Kawhi Leonard comes in for Marcus Morris. Outside Leonard. The dunk and the foul of power. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mike Malone had some words for his team during the break. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go. Guys.
Leonard kicks to Cousins. Here's Ibaka. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got 6 rebounds in the game. The Nuggets leading by 9. Pass to Jokic. 5 on the clock. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. McGee's shot is off.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
So difficult to defend Ibaka inside the length, the improved strength, and he's one of those bigs who doesn't mind going to the line.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. And both free throws good for Serge Ibaka. And Denver has possession. They've held a 12-point lead early. Barton outside. A minute 42 left to play here in the 4th. Beverly against Murray. Shoots it. Second chance effort. McGee the pass to Jokic. And a wide open look for Porter. No good on the triple. Clippers trail by 7. Here's Leonard. Barton with the rebound. And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Denver Nuggets. 1:09 left in the 4th quarter. Porter kicks to Murray. Puts one up from 19. Here's Jokic, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, I love how crafty Jokic is. You know, he basically baits defenders into committing the foul once he gets deep position.
Paul Millsap's checked in for Porter. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Outside, George. He dishes it to Ibaka. Outside for George. With the putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in.
But that's the way to go if you've got good position.
Passes it to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Now, you got to remember, Barton isn't just a scorer. This guy is also superb at finding open teammates.
And here's George for 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
Hey, you know that George is going to take the shot when the game is up for grabs. I mean, that's who he is, and that's what's expected of him. He's an exceptional decision maker in these situations, which makes it even more obvious.
It's the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. Here's George. Shoots over Barton. No good there with this step-back J. So we see Denver. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For And David Aldridge is standing by for our...
Hey, Kevin.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Marcus Morris is out there with Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2. And for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. And that one's good. Doncic. And Brent, these teams boasting great depth. Many feel that's a hallmark of a great front office.
You go back and you look, Kevin, at some of the teams that have made deep playoff runs or eventually won the championships. You know, that tinkering about bringing in a veteran or just one piece to make that next step for that one matchup or that one series. Finding contributions like that up and down the roster, absolutely, that can make a difference.
Rebound by the Clippers. Ibaka, the pass to George. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. On defense, the Mavericks. It's a three-point game. There's the dish to Morris. And a missed layup.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Now, here's Doncic. Lob pass to Porzingis.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Leonard attacking, and it's Leonard with the jam.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
So it's the Mavericks now. After the basket by Los Angeles. The three for Doncic. 5 to shoot. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start. What a jam!
Fans loving that right there.
What a jam!
Nice. Paul George dunk contest? He's maybe a little older, but I love to see him get up.
And the versatility of Paul George's game. Elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
And you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Morris, no good. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Beverly against Doncic. Down low. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Leonard on the wing. Guarded by Hardaway. Pass to Morris. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
What awareness there from Kawhi, waiting for his teammate to break free and then finds him.
Beverly against Doncic. Outside Hardaway. Back to Doncic. The pass to Kleba, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
He's just adept at gutting the defense in these sets. Give Doncic a passing lane, and he'll thread the needle.
Now, here's George. High post to Ibaka. Over Hardaway. Ibaka, no luck.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Here's Porzingis. Goes up on the wing. Hardaway passes to Kleba. That one a little long.
Shots like that drive coaches batty. I'll be shocked if he attempts that shot again.
And Ibaka kicks to Beverly. Traps in the tray.
Now this is huge. If Beverly's out there and is behind the arc knocking him down, the offense is going to crank up.
Doncic finds Hardaway. Kleba with it. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Passes it to Hardaway. It's stolen by Morris. Now the Clippers moving it up. On up the court. He's off on that one. Nice D from Doncic. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Trailing by 2. And Hardaway gets it to go.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Now here's Beverly. Ibaka outside. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Morris left side. Outside for George. Ibaka with the ball. Hardaway picks him up. Here's Doncic. It's a tie game in Dallas. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. They've got Kennard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Man in at the 3 spot. There's Jackson with the 3. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And it's good off the back rim and in.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Brunson kicks to Richardson. Pass to Melly. Takes the three. They get it back. Brunson up top. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Zubats. The Clippers in the lead. Stolen by Brunson. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Outside for Jackson. Pass to Kennard. Shoots the three. No good that time. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Here's Melly. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts. And the Clippers have possession.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Now, say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
Runs in the pass to Melly. Richardson against Kennard. And G.A., even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
To the left wing. Here's Powell. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Jackson against Richardson. There's the pass to Zubats. On the wing, Jackson. 6 to shoot. Back to Zubats. And stolen by Richardson. Now here's Redick, the fast break opportunity. Here's Melly. That one, no good. And the Clippers will come the other way. Powell picks up the loose ball, but he was in the backcourt. They'll give it up. Dallas making a switch here. Cauley Stein's checked in, and Los Angeles making a change here as well. Morris is checked in for Nicholas Batum. Passes to Zubats. Inside, it's tipped. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. So it's Richardson with the jam.
That's the kind of play where I feel like Josh Richardson's feeling more and more comfortable. Gets up big time.
Pass to Kennard from downtown. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep in the second. Here's Melly. And the layup's good off the glass. Melly's got 6 in the quarter.
And they've repeatedly broken inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Brunson against Jackson. Stolen by Brunson. 4-on-1, and they're running. Here's Melly. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Brunson against Jackson. Now, here's Kennard. Defense is right there. Here's Zubats. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game. The first free throw is good, and Dallas going with a whole new group out there. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. 44 seconds left here in the second. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Hardaway finds Kleber. Back to Hardaway. Dallas moving it around. Shot clock at 6. Kleber inside. Defended by Batum. Kleber, no good.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Beverly wide open. They grab their own miss. That shot, no good. That will count. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is... Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. From the first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground. And that's a wrap with the third quarter approaching.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Now, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important. And then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Hardaway is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with.
It's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Leonard kicks to George. It's hauled in by Porzingis.
He loved to make them pay for giving up that wide-open jumper, just unable to do so.
Right block shot. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Leonard's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's George, and he goes right over Luka Doncic and slams it down.
Paul George is aggressive. Look at his eyes right now, focused on scoring, and he sees the open path and gets right there.
Doncic passes to Kleba, and Kleba slams it in.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Out to Ibaka for the lead. Mavericks with the rebound.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point line.
Yeah, the defender all over.
For Dallas, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And that one falls for Kleba. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Josh Richardson comes in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Marcus Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. Out to Ibaka, wide open. And it's off the back rim, no good. Mavericks leading by 4. Kleba up top, covered by Morris. Kleba inside. Morris is there. Cauley-Stein. Pass to Kleba. Another shot. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Kleba's got the lead up to 6 now for Dallas.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
George against Richardson. And George gets it to go. George has got 6 points.
Well, Paul George has definitely garnered some strength through the years now, and he's developed that over time in the offseason, being diligent with his work ethic and gets through contact on that play.
Doncic passes to Kleba, and Kleba slams it in.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Now the pass to George. Here's Ibaka. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
A really good decision there from Paul George. Quick to find the open man.
Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Brunson the pass to Kleba. Stolen by George. And now the Clippers on the break. George with the ball. Feeds it to Leonard. Pass to Morris. Outside for George. Back to Morris. To the middle. Here's Ibaka. The second effort. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
Don't want to be careless around Cauley Stein. That's when he rises up and blocks shots away. One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Doncic with it. Pass to Kleber. Thompson with it. Cauley Stein passes to Kleber. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Nicolo Melli comes in for Maxi Kleber, and J.J. Redick is subbed in for Luka Doncic. Now here's Jackson. And it's Zubac atop the key. Pass to Kennard. For the lead. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Here's Melli, covered by Morris. And the rejection by Zubac. And that one drops for him. From deep. Offline. Back right after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Jackson. Marcus Morris is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 3. That one drops for him. Melli's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Dallas. Clippers trail by 5. Now Jackson. The pass to Morris. And here's Kennard. Burke covering. And Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in. Jackson passes to Zubac. Porzingis with the steal. Here's Melli, covered by Morris. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Kennard for 3. Mavericks with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Melli, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
And right now is when you have to lay it on the line. Between the two teams, they've clearly been the aggressor.
Here's man. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Burke looking over the floor. Passes it to Melli. Back to Burke. Dallas moving the ball around. And another basket for Dallas.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
And here's Jackson. Back to Kennard. Pass to Zubac. All alone. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Melly. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Trey Burke. And Luka Doncic subbed in for J.J. Redick. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Morris. Clippers trail by 11. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And that one is good from Zubac.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Doncic outside. Lock at 6. Pass to Kleber. Batum brings the double team. Kleber, no good.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Outside Leonard. Releases. Here's Ibaka. Up again. Batum. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Down low. Batum with the steal.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Well, you can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise. I mean, this is a battle-tested young player. Leonard's willing to put the team on his back when they really need a bucket.
To the paint. Here's Kleber. And it's good, assisting on the play with Hardaway. Kleber's got 14 points now in the second half.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
And here's George for 3. Good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Well, Paul George is great at breaking down the defense, and he does it with the pass that time.
Doncic passes to Kleber. Outside, Porzingis. There's 37 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Batum against Kleber. And he banks in the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
From deep three-point range. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Changing ends quickly, he's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Well, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
So we see the Mavericks get the win here. They did. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. They've got Michael Porter. Will Barton is out there with Jamal Murray. And there's Gordon. And it's Jokic in at the 5. And for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. Outside Hardaway. Doncic outside. Hardaway passes to Kleba. 6 on the shot clock. And he's off on his first shot of the game. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. Barton surveying the floor. And it goes out of bounds. And last touch by Barton. Couple terrific centers in tonight's matchup here, Greg. Great pivots, but center matchups are far from traditional, it seems like, these days.
No doubt about it, Kevin. Once you get into this now small ball mindset, this positionless game, I mean, you're seeing guys as short as P.J. Tucker play the 5 because, listen, when you're 25 feet from the basket, if I'm 6'2 and you're 7'2, I can still guard you. So because of the spacing now, it allows you the luxury to play smaller.
That's good from Porter on the assist by Barton.
First points
of the night, and you know this is going to be a battle of matchups.
What's going to be fascinating to watch is which matchups are they willing to go exploit.
Jokic with the steal. Here's Porter. Makes it off the glass.
And he's got a great balance of knowing when to slash inside. Porter needs to keep being this aggressive on the drive.
Murray against Doncic. Dallas, no good that time either.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets.
Deflects the pass. Doncic with the steal. Pass break, Dallas. Hardaway for three. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Jokic kicks to Gordon. Back to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Boy, don't you love to see Aaron Gordon make these kinds of decisions. This guy is fully capable of recognizing open teammates.
You know, Greg, the further we went into the playoffs, the more Jamal Murray looked like a star.
I mean, Kevin, big shots in clutch situations. Logged heavy minutes, but, you know, never wavered. A truly heroic performance from Murray all postseason.
It's it alive. Great positioning on the putback.
How about the anticipation and the timing there? He is all over it.
Barton against Hardaway. Outside Gordon. Passes it to Murray. Pass to Jokic. No good on that one. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Melly is checked in for Maxi Kleber. Richardson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Denver also making some changes. Paul Millsap's checked in for Michael Porter. Austin Rivers comes in for Barton. And Monte Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Morris dishes to Gordon. And he lays it straight in.
Well, I love the concentration. Simply stated, when Aaron Gordon is this locked in, he is very difficult to deal with.
1:06 left in the first quarter. Brunson finds Richardson. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Porzingis, and it's sent back by Jokic. Gordon up on top. And the pass to Morris. And here's Jokic, headed by Porzingis. Lets it go from 11. It's rebounded by Dallas. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Richardson outside. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul. Here's Rivers. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Powell with the steal. Now Brunson. 4 seconds left. Powell the pass to Brunson. Hardaway from outside. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Nuggets lead by 2. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. We recently checked in with Jamal Murray, who discussed the team's
the mentality of how we play, how we move.
Greg, sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again. But Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the Nuggets, we've got Jermichael Green. He's out there with Austin Rivers. Monte Morris is out there with Paul Millsap. Melly passes to Cauley-Stein. Can't hit from in close.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Here's Rivers, and McGee kicks to Dozier. Shot clock at 6. For the 3. It's hauled in by Richardson. Mavericks trailed by 3. Runs in the pass to Cauley-Stein. Morris with the rebound. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. A nice shot by Melly. Melly's got 6 points.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Morris with the ball. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Outside Millsap. The Mavericks pull it in.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's McGee. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
J.J. Redick's checked in for Jalen Brunson. For Denver, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Redick surveying the D. Pass to Richardson. The dish to Powell. Here's Melly. Back to Powell. Outside for Redick. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And the Mavericks with some changes. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Melly. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Josh Richardson. Denver also making some changes. Dozier's checked in. And it's Austin Rivers in for Barton. Passes it to Rivers. Here's Dozier. Ball's knocked loose. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. And here is Cauley-Stein. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Powell. Not going to go that time. And it's Denver the other way. Rivers passes to Dozier. And it's the Mavericks on the break. And it's Monte Morris with the foul. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Porzingis is checked in for Cauley-Stein. Marjanovic comes in for Dwight Powell. And Doncic is subbed in for J.J. Redick. And now Millsap pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
Appreciate the hustle from Millsap there. Leaking out well and getting to the right spot.
Hot pass to Porzingis.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. Morris dishes to Millsap. The Nuggets moving the ball around. 58 seconds left in the first half of basketball. 6 to shoot. Now here's Rivers. With one on the clock. Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That is nice. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
There's a burst that allows Luka Doncic to be effective on his drives. You're not going to catch him standing around. This guy is in attack mode.
Here's Dozier. Inside. Millsap passes to McGee. Nice D from Porzingis. Now Kleba. The Mavericks shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And he makes the first. So both teams changing it up here. He hits both from the stripe.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Murray for three. And that one released in time, but no good. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Nuggets ahead. They lead by 4. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, how would you evaluate your team's performance in the first half?
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to a pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. Just in terms of... And that does it for our...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Your son, Cole Greg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. They've got Porzingis. Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
I'll tell you this, Luka Doncic will never turn down an opportunity to finish at the rim. He's elite and loves those opportunities.
Murray with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Floats it up for Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
The sneaky athleticism of Jokic, reminding everyone that he's capable of hammering it down on those alley-oops.
Outside, Porzingis. And it's off from three-point range. The Nuggets leading by 6. The kick out to Barton. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Murray, the pass to Gordon. And they double up Gordon. 4 on the shot clock. Back to Murray. Beyond the arc. That shot off. Dallas shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Doncic kicks to Richardson. Porter against Doncic. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Hardaway's checked in for Marjanovic. Here's Doncic. That one good for 2. Doncic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
Pass to Jokic. Here's the 3. The Mavericks pull it in. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. So it's Richardson with the jam. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Dallas making a switch here. Redick is checked in.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
Denver in the lead. Oh, Porter in position. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And the wide open shot from Redick. Stolen by Gordon. And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. Great D that time from Hardaway.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And a tough season a year ago for Aaron Gordon, Doris. Fell short of the output he had the last few years and had a tough time hitting from the outside.
Good, Greg, you're an former NBA player, so you know the history here. Trying to find a rhythm while fighting through injuries is very difficult to do. This guy's got unbelievable athleticism. He's sharpening his skills. I think it's just a matter of time for Aaron Gordon.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. 1:04 left in the third quarter of the game. Redick banked in off the glass. Redick's got it all tied up now for Dallas.
Boy, you could see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
Murray dishes to Gordon. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
I'll tell you, if you're not guarding Aaron Gordon tight and getting into his space, he is going to burn you in catch-and-shoot situations.
Here's the lob to the hoop. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
That's the idea. You work the ball into that area. It's a sweet spot.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And here is Murray. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. No good. Shot missing. The Mavericks have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Hardaway passes to call his foul. And they take the lead.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
With 1 on the clock, and right as the buzzer sounded, he just dunked it right down. Wow!
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with JaVale McGee is out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Austin Rivers. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Dozier in at the small forward. Here's Porzingis. McGee with the block. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul. Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Josh Richardson comes in for Hardaway. Now, here is Morris. Kicks it to Rivers. Releases. And too long on the shot. The Mavericks shooting 43% from the field. Richardson attacking. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Richardson's got the lead up to 2 now for the Mavs.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. And they call an illegal screen here.
No doubt for me, the offense looks better in the second half. They've been able to dial down those turnovers, and that's been a huge help.
Denver calls timeout. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, well, Mike Malone talked to his team during that last timeout. He told his guys the inside game is working, so stick with it. That means posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thanks. And another miss by Denver. The Mavericks leading. Lays it up off the glass.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Morris against Doncic. Morris kicks to Rivers. Clock at 6. Floats it up for Millsap. A steal, and that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
I tell you what, did he take off on that one? Not many players can elevate it and literally fly. What a special talent, and it's plays like that that remind me just how amazing these athletes are in the NBA.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
And looking to stop this run and get back on track.
Really needs to settle his guys down right now and get them refocused.
The Mavericks with some changes. Nicolo O'Malley comes in for Marjanovic, and Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Josh Richardson. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Dallas making a switch here. Marjanovic is checked in. Here's Murray. Baseline jumper. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds in this game.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Dallas moving the ball around. The 3 for Doncic from beyond the arc and then some. And now it's a 9-point Maverick lead.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
You know, a few more possessions like that one, and they can put the finishing touches on this game. They just have to have effective trips like that one.
Mavericks leading by 7. Here's Doncic. The pass to Marjanovic. Hardaway with a wide-open look. That one off the back iron and out. Nuggets have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Doncic against Murray. And stolen by Murray. Nice move. And it's good on the way up. Now it's just a 3-point Dallas lead.
And the competitive nature of Murray making all the difference there, doing everything he can to rally his team.
Here's Melly defending. Melly passes to Hardaway. 6 to shoot for Zingis. Rebound by the Nuggets. McGee's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Jokic. Finished off the break. Now just a 1-point Dallas lead.
Calm and collected in the game's biggest moments. You can rely on Jokic when you need a basket.
Pass to Hardaway. Here's Doncic. He's covered by Murray. Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Yes!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
And here are the Nuggets now. Murray outside. 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Money!
I love seeing Murray take it strong to the rack. A phenomenal finisher inside.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
On to Hardaway. Zingis passes to Doncic. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his 3rd foul of the game. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Doncic feeling it out. 6 on the shot clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Launches a 3. So it's an arrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. They got Ivica Zubac. Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Leonard in at the small forward. And for the Nuggets, we've got Aaron Gordon. Michael Porter's out there with Jamal Murray. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's McGee in at the center position. Now here's Beverly. Passes to Leonard. Back to Beverly. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Just 4 to shoot. From 13, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
A big you can't really send to the line too much. Jokic, an effective free throw shooter.
This is his first free throw of the game. And Jokic drops them both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Now here's Beverly. Ibaka looking for an opening. Beverly finds Ibaka. He can't hit that time. And it's Denver the other way. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Porter's running. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Leonard's got the ball. He can't get that one.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
And with the dunk contest in Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
Here's Murray. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Murray outside. In the corner, it's Gordon. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. It's stolen by Ibaka. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Here's Murray. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. The layup off target. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Paul Millsap is checked in for JaVale McGee. Rivers comes in for Michael Porter. And Monte Morris subbed in for Murray. The Clippers also making some changes. Mann's checked in, and it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. George dishes to Jackson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Nuggets trail by 4. The 8-footer, Rivers finds Morris. Back to Rivers. The putback, Jokic on the follow.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. The pass to Jackson. George passes to Mann. And a miss there on the triple. The Nuggets have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Here's Jokic. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. Jokic has got 6 points.
Now that's beautiful. Millsap could have forced something there, but instead waits for his open teammate.
And George kicks to Ibaka. No good that time. Now Denver takes it the other way. There's 39 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Jokic. Plays it up and banks it in. He's got 8.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
Now here's Leonard. Out to Ibaka. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Got a piece of it, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Jackson looking around, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Denver. And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a...
Southwest, I mean, you need to put your...
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
You could see they were well prepared defensively, coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
Jermichael Green is out there with Paul Millsap. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Monte Morris. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. The Nuggets leading by 6. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Zubac. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Porter finds Green. Floats it.
Wow! I can't believe that one.
That was incredible.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Now, here's Kennard. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. That shot wide open.
A knockdown shooter with excellent range. Kennard gives your offense the floor spacing it needs.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Millsap misses.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
It started off looking good, but the timing was just a little off, and sometimes that's all it takes.
Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And the Clippers making a switch here. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And here's Morris for 3. Los Angeles with another miss. And it's Cousins with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Denver leading by 7. And here is Morris. Pass to Bull. From the arc. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. The Clippers have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Morris passes to Batum, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Jackson passes to Batum. Dishes it to Cousins. Back to Batum. Over Morris. Count it. And the Nugget lead has been cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Batum. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Cousins. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Morris. George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. Now here's Murray. No points in the game yet for him. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Jokic. Here's McGee. Doesn't go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And the foul on Will Barton. That is his first foul of the game. There's 31 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Leonard. Here's George. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.
And the second free throw, good. The Nuggets leading by 4. Now Murray. He gets it up, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And some good action.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, the first quarter was all about Nikola Jokic. He had 8 points and 4 rebounds. Kenny, your thought? And that's...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
I have to credit them for their patience offensively. They understood the matchup, and they took the necessary time to exploit it.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Baca is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the 2. Here's Leonard. Michael Porter making his last shot. Count it. And the Nugget lead has been cut back down now to 4 on the bucket from Leonard. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
And there's so many guys that, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table. But in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. And the turnover again by Denver.
Boy, if you're the coach, you hate to see that kind of miscommunication between your guys.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Down low. Here's Zubac. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Zubac has got his first points of the game.
Coming off the screen, Kawhi attracts so much defensive attention. Hard to throw a blanket over the roller at the same time.
Now here's Murray. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Outside, Porter. No good from outside. The Clippers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best 2-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
And it's a challenge trying to guard Jokic from there. Adept at making you foul him on the way up.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line.
Feeds to Ibaka. It's stolen by Green. And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That is his first foul of the game. Paul Millsap is checked in for Nikola Jokic. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. So both teams making some changes here. Barton against Kennard. Dozier passes to Barton. To the middle. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
At the line for 2.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Jackson with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Passes it to Cousins. Here's Kennard. From deep. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
This is what Cousins gives you. Good recognition. The ability to make plays for his teammates.
Jackson against Morris. Over to the wing. Dozier kicks the ball. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the rejection by Cousins.
Great anticipation by DeMarcus. His instincts are excellent pretty much in every phase of the game.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
We've got 1:13 left here in the third quarter. There's the pass to Morris. Off target from three-point range.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Martin passes to Dozier. Inside, Millsap. Dozier kicks to Millsap. Now here's Barton. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Goes back up. And Paul Millsap, the bucket on the assist by Barton. And the Nuggets lead by 5.
And the defense has to play up on him. Millsap too good to just let him catch and fire.
Kennard for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Kennard's got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Here's Morris. Barton right side.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
No good on the last second attempt there. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Nuggets lead by 2. And we'll return shortly. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Austin Rivers is out there with Murray, and it's Nikola Jokic, and there's JaVale McGee, and it's Porter in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. George, no good.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Rivers. McGee inside. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Gordon's checked in for Denver. Jokic with the bucket.
And just paying attention to the details, it makes great reads offensively. Jokic is so comfortable with the catch and shoot.
Now here's Cousins. Pass to Kennard. Fires from deep. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got his 5th rebound in this one. And he commits the intentional foul. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Murray against Beverly. Murray outside. Here's Jokic. That 3 off the mark. Clippers trail by 4. Here's Zubac. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
And I don't think he expected to get that good of a look. Poor communication defensively.
Here's Murray. The Clippers getting the bucket. To the wing right side. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. And Murray with the second chance points. Murray's got his first basket.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Now here's Leonard. Over Gordon. Count it. And the Nugget lead has been cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Leonard.
Right there, that is poise of Kawhi Leonard. Just taking what the defense gives him.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Murray with the bounce pass. Here's Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. And the Nuggets lead by 4.
Huge. Jokic comes through just fearless. What an option.
Outside Leonard. From deep. Denver grabs the miss.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's McGee, and it's McGee with the jam.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. His court awareness is really impressive.
1:53 left in the 4th. Nobody near George. And Ibaka is right there.
And that could be a big bucket right there. Ibaka doesn't shy away from taking crucial shots.
And here is Murray.
Well, what did Coach tell us? He wanted each guy to contest shots and rebound tonight. That's exactly what we just saw.
Leonard, the pass to Beverly. Hits the 3-point bomb. And it's now only a 1-point Denver lead.
Patrick Beverly plays with a scorer's mentality. Takes the opportunity to step up.
Now Murray. The kick out to Porter. A 3-ball. Offensive rebound. Jokic on the follow.
Calm and collected in the game's biggest moments. You can rely on Jokic when you need a basket.
Now here is George. To tie it up. Rebound by Murray. The Nuggets on offense. 3-point lead. 41 seconds left in the game. Got it.
Can't let Murray get comfortable with that shot. His stroke is just as pure as it gets.
From deep, George, it's good. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game.
Hey, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Leonard against Barton. And they go to the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
A nightly double-double threat. Jokic is also an exceptional playmaker for a guy that size.
And that's a wrap. Those free throws being the nail in the coffin. No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
Murray outside. So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight. Up next, the Mavericks taking on the Clippers for the Dallas Mavericks. Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K. Hey Dave.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. And for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Ibaka in at the 5. And here is Doncic from deep three-point range. The rebound by Ibaka. Morris finds Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
and he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
Passes it to Kleba. From deep. Basket good.
Porzingis has no problem giving the ball up. This is just the kind of unselfishness you like to see.
Outside Leonard. There's the feed to Morris. Ibaka for three. That one doesn't drop. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Beverly against Doncic. Here's Porzingis. Rebound by the Clippers.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's Morris. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. To the inside. Outside Leonard. Back to Morris. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
The three from Porzingis. That shot, no good.
You know, right now they're just 1 for 5. Rough start so far.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Markieff, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
And so he hits both. Here's Doncic. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. From deep three-point range, this one for three. It's hauled in by George. Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Leonard finds Beverly. Here's Ibaka. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
George against Hardaway. George passes to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
Tell you what, George has gotten very good in the pick and roll. Actually pretty deceptive when he's running the pick and roll. When you anticipate him pulling up for the shot, he'll take the defense by surprise with the slick pass to an open teammate.
Doncic passes to Kleba. It's stolen by Morris. Now the Clippers moving it up. Up the floor. Porzingis with the steal. Pass to Kleba. Back to Hardaway. Finney-Smith kicks to Kleba. Over George. Kleba, no good.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. Both teams will make substitutions. 1:37 left to play in the first quarter. The pass to Batum. Man passes to Zubac. Trying to find Batum. He's got it now. Basket counts.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Mavericks trail by 6. 1:02 left in the first. Batum with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Batum leading the charge. Pass to Man. Now here's Kennard. Here's Man. Shot clock at 6. From 13. That shot missing. And it's Dallas the other way. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And he makes it look easy. Dunking it hard with one hand.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And here's Doncic from the arc. Shot clock reset for Dallas. Kleba, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often. Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Mann gets the bucket. Mann's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
And that does it for the first quarter. Clippers lead by 8. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
On the floor for Dallas, we've got Jalen Brunson. He's out there with Josh Richardson. Doncic out there with Powell. And it's Melli in at the 4. It's good on the putback. Zubac has got his first points in this one.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Mann. It's rebounded by Brunson. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 7-point differential.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Beverly, the pass to Zubac. Here's Batum. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, well, so Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him when we used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court, that's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Doncic. Brunson. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Boy, really good body control that time by Richardson. Anticipated the foul coming, absorbed that contact, and didn't let it bother his shot.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Redick is checked in. Jackson passes to Ibaka. Now Kennard. Back to Ibaka. Releases from 15. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
All that practice on the positioning and timing of the catch and shoot paying huge dividends for Ibaka.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Redick with the bucket.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Leonard with the ball. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And there's only ever going to be one result when Kawhi's driving to the bucket, and it's going to be loud, and it's going to be painful.
Outside, Redick. Now the dish to Richardson. Redick surveying the D. Pass to Powell. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's Melli. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Jackson passes to Ibaka. They get a hand on it. And Ibaka slams it in.
And for a guy who rarely dribbled when he first entered the league, Ibaka now comfortable enough to score off the drive.
1:06 left to play here in the second quarter. Pass to Melly. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They've led by as much as 10. And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That's his first foul. Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. And Dallas also making a switch. Burks is checked in. Powell against Ibaka. Here's George, and George with the stop.
Great speed displayed by George on his way to the bucket. Devastating to the defense with those dunking skills of his.
34 seconds left in the first half. Outside Redick.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
Powell with the steal. Here's Melly, covered by Morris. Now the pass to Redick. Powell with it. Pass to Melly. Over Morris. And no good on the last second attempt this time. So that'll be it for the first half.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the... And Kenny, like Kawhi Leonard, Paul George doesn't show a whole lot of emotion. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Without question, Serge Ibaka displaying his skills today.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Marcus Morris is out there with Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the point guard position. George finds Beverly. Lays it up off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Tremendous focus from the little man, Patrick Beverly there.
Passes it to Richardson. Outside, Porzingis. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Clippers shooting has been just fantastic, around 65% tonight, getting exactly what they want when they want it. Pass to Beverly. He kicks it to Ibaka. Back to Beverly. 5 on the clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. The shot by George, no good. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. Hardaway's checked in for Dallas. Now here's Marjanovic. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. Marjanovic against Morris. Just 5 to shoot. Doncic finds Kleber. Over Leonard.
Passion is something we love to see no matter what we're doing, and Leonard plays with great passion. A defensive menace who gives everything he has to shut his man down while still doing it at the offensive end, too.
Doncic dishes to Hardaway. Back to Doncic. And there's the pass to Porzingis. Over Ibaka. Back to Hardaway. Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Doncic. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Reggie Jackson's checked in for Patrick Beverley. Clippers leading by 4. And Maxi Kleber is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best. And I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys.
Yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Zubac against Kleber. They could use a bucket, and the layup is good. Kleber's got 6.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Zubac kicks to George. Zubac against Redick. Zubac the pass to Jackson. Back to Zubac. And the layup's good off the glass.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Pass to Porzingis. Fires the 3. Morris with the rebound.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
It's stolen by Morris. Up and in on the layup. Now it's a 6-point Los Angeles lead.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks. For Los Angeles, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Fires from 14. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Mavericks trail by 6. Porzingis passes to Marjanovic. Takes it off the glass. He's got 6.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Passes to George. Got it off in time. No good. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Clippers lead by 4. And right after this... And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Cauley Stein. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Melly in at the small forward. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Clippers.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Porzingis. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. And Doncic is subbed in for J.J. Redick. It's good. And the Clippers lead by 8.
And, you know, Batum with that Greyhound build and stride covering ground in a hurry.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Finney-Smith kicks to Doncic. Has to call his Stein. Shot clock at 5. Doncic, no good.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Leonard, the pass to Batum. That shot is off. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. And the pass to Finney-Smith. Kicks it to Powell. Pass to Finney-Smith. Takes a 3. And that one is off.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
Beverly finds Batum. The Clippers get another chance here. Leonard, the pass to Beverly. Back to Leonard. The 3. Not going to go that time.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Doncic, no good.
And another miss. Woo. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. So, for the Clippers, Marcus Morris is checked in for Batum. And it's Paul George in for Kennard. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Porzingis is checked in for Powell. Maxi Kleber comes in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Josh Richardson's checked in for Nicolo Melli. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Kleber, and he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Los Angeles leading by 8. And that one's good. Beverly.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
Brunson up top. He's covered by Leonard. Richardson, no luck. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Dwight Powell's checked in for Porzingis. Morris looking over the floor. Leonard finds Morris. Clock at 6 to the paint, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Los Angeles making a switch here. Batum's checked in, and Dallas with a change here too. Doncic is checked in from deep. He is hauled in by Paul George. George has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Beverly the pass to Batum. The 3. It doesn't go for him. And it's Dallas the other way. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Stolen by George. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Mavericks trail by 10. And here's Doncic from the arc. That one doesn't go.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Kleber against Batum. And he gets the whistle. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, They got it right with the review.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Good on the three-point shot.
Boy, the take charge mentality of Doncic on display there. The quick fire approach demonstrates his confidence.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. No problems knocking that one down. Batum's got the lead back up to 10 now for the Clippers.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
Oh, that's a real nice looking deep three ball there.
Batum for three. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession.
Substitution on the court.
Back to Doncic. So the Clippers with the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end.